Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a general spread for the collective highest good today. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I don't like the way this energy feels right now. I don't like the way the energy feels right now. It kind of feels, is not even that it feels weird. It's just, I don't know what it is. All I keep hearing is like, there's about to be a change of events. Y'all know we had the inauguration yesterday and we now officially have a new president. And already this president is making changes to certain laws, doing things, whatever. And I don't know, the weather is changing and shit. Like where I am, they talking about we're in like not a state of emergency, but there's a winter advisory. It's almost like we're gonna get below freezing where I live. And we're not used to that kind of weather here. So it's like changes in the weather are weird. All of these Arctic blasts coming through, cold weather coming in. Granted, it is winter, but we don't get harsh winters where I am the way we are this winter. This is a very different winter for us, right? Most winters, we don't even have to really put on heavy coats to be able to move around. But this winter, I mean, what? If you don't have no heavy coat, you're going to freeze to death, basically. That's how we feel. But anyway, I digress. I just don't like the energy. I kept hearing there's going to be some shocking events, some sudden changes, some change in the environments, some changes in the laws, just some changes in general. And this can be, however you resonate with it, right? So I'm going to pull some cards from my index deck to see what comes out. I'm going to do my best to make it make sense if it's kind of more than one thing. But things are changing. It's like the wheel is turning. If you can imagine a Ferris wheel where you have to wait your turn to get to the bottom so you can get out, or wait your turn to get to the top so you can see the city, whatever it is. So the wheel is turning. And it's like some people are coming out of the cold, and then some people are going into the cold. Like positions and things are just changing. Change of power, exchange of power, whatever. I digress again. I'm going to pull some index and see what comes out. And I don't want to confuse anybody or instill fear in anybody, but I just kind of feel like this is like a message that's going to be a little bit different than your usual message. Is not going to be centered around like relationships and love. I feel like this is more of a urgent message for the collective regarding the changes going on in the world. All right. So let's see what comes out with the index cards and let's move on. All right, Spirit, what is the reading about today? What is the message for my collective? Dang, waste no time. We have Marry Me, a wedding ring, Don't Walk on Water for tips, and political officers. I just gave y'all a whole spiel about political stuff, and this is political officers. All right. I don't know, I'm not going to get into politics per se, but since we're talking about political officers here, I just gave you a whole scenario about how we just officially got a new president, and how he's already in office making changes, working with the political parties, whatever the case may be. I don't know no details. I'm not trying to get too deep into that, but something with the political officers, okay? Maybe in your community, your political officers are trying to change the law or make it hard for people to get married. What? Making it hard for somebody to get married. Like, for example, if you wanted to get married, I guess. Oh, so one of the things that Donald Trump is trying to change is like same-sex marriages. He's changing the law so that whatever gender you were born, that's what you got to identify by. He's going to make a law where same-sex marriages will no longer be allowed. So I guess we're talking about something like that, all right? So if you're in a same-sex relationship, it's like there's going to be some type of law possibly that's going to make it hard for same-sex marriages to marry each other in certain communities or whatever the case, or whatever, something like that. Also, he's changing the law about abortions. I mean, he's just doing a lot of things. And I don't know if he got permission or the right or whatever you want to call it to do it, but he's doing it, all right? Or they're doing it, whoever this is. But Spirit doesn't want you, collective, to walk on water or be afraid, basically, of these changes. Some of these changes are going to be good, some of them are going to be bad, but don't be afraid of whatever the changes may be. Like, don't walk on water for tips. Take that how it resonates. We're talking about that today. Anything else regarding this reading for the collective? Look at this shit, y'all. I can't make it up. This card says, the rise and fall, the ending of the great war between us and them. All right. This is the rise and fall of Babylon, right? The Babylon will fall. And I just kind of feel like the message is, when these things starts to happen, that's your sign that, I guess, the end is near, in a sense. So I guess it's time to prepare yourself for what's to come, or be prepared for what's to come. Don't be afraid. Don't let fear be a part of your plans, or whatever the case may be. If you want to get married and you still have time to get married before the law changes, I don't know, don't let something stop you from doing something just because, somebody doesn't agree with it, or there's something that says you can't do it. Don't let anything stop you. All right. Again, the wheel is turning, and the bottom is coming to the top, and the top is going to the bottom. So we're shifting energies here. Power is being given back to those who were at the bottom. So it's gonna take a lot of effort. So here's the thing: imagine a wheel that's being spun, but it's moving really slowly. The people at the bottom are pushing the wheel forward, trying to get back on top. The people on top are trying to stop the wheel from moving forward so they don't go to the bottom. They don't want the power to be shifted into our hands. They don't want us to stand up and fight for ourselves. They don't want us to, they want us to fall in line and follow their rules. But in order to change the system, we got to stop following the system if the system is broken. Take it how it resonates. If something doesn't work for you, you know what I mean? Change it. How are we going to change it? How are we going to change what's happening? Are we going to just allow whatever to happen? It's almost like, what we going to do? We going to stand and fight, or we going to run and hide? Like what we doing? We running, or we fighting? What are we doing here? It's kind of like that. Because that's kind of what the energy feels like. This is the ending of a great war between us and them. Them could be these political officers or whatever. We got grievous remorse, and then we have, they created this battle and they lost. And we also have beauty for your ashes, Isaiah chapter 61, verse 3. All right. So grievous remorse is basically something ending for somebody, and them having to grieve the loss of it. But they're not just grieving the loss of something that ended. They're also grieving the fact that they actually made it through something that somebody else didn't. It's like you can't. Let me just read it from the card, because I don't want to fuck this up. So the meaning of that is, when you perceive with thoughts about how the loss could have been prevented, but instead of trying to perceive how it could have been prevented, maybe accept it for what it is, as a stage of, sorry, I'm reading this wrong. Basically, this card is saying, when something happens in our lives, we can perceive it to be negative, or we can perceive it to be positive. We could try to think of ways that we could have prevented it, and ways we could have made things better. Sometimes there's nothing you can do to change the outcome of a situation. It is what it is, right? Because you can't control what somebody else does. So even if you didn't want something to end a certain way, somebody else just didn't make the effort to make it work. So if they don't make the effort to make it work with you, what else can you do? Do you stay and keep trying to make it work, or do you change the situation and make it better for yourself? So when you grieve the loss of someone that you had a connection with and it ended bad, or it didn't end the way you wanted to, and you grieve the loss of the connection, but you can't seem to accept that it's over, or you wish you could have done something different to change the outcome. But what if it's not you and it's them? All right. So after you grieve the loss of a connection, the next step of that process is to accept it, all right, for what it is, and face the reality of the loss as an experience and get closure, to make closure. So a cycle is closing, or it already closed, but there's somebody here that kind of grieves the loss of the connection. Maybe you or them, or maybe you more than them, or them more than you. I don't know. But there's a grieving of a loss of a connection that ended tragically for some of you guys. Maybe you were supposed to get married and this person decided to marry somebody else. Whatever the case may be. I don't know, right? But whatever this was, Spirit wants you to turn that pain into power. They want you to turn your pain into power. They want you to rise from the ashes like the phoenix rising. They don't want you to fall and stay stuck in this low vibrational energy. They want you to rise from these ashes. They want you to rise from the ashes. Grieve the loss of the connection. Let go of whatever this was. Accept it for what it is. Pick yourself back up. Get yourself up off the floor, out the bed, out of the house, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Rise up from whatever this is. Don't let this make you lose yourself, or don't let this make you feel you need closure, right? That's kind of what this seems like you want from this person, is some kind of closure. But honey, what if you don't get no closure from this person? What if all the closure you need is to accept the fact that it's over and just move on from that? Learn from the experience. Turn your pain into power. Get a divorce or a separation if that's what it is. If somebody's not wanting to separate from you, or they're fighting to stay together, they don't want to sign the papers, they don't want to get divorced, I don't know. But it's like somebody here is trying to hold on to a connection that somebody wants to be over. They're tired of walking on eggshells around this person. Maybe you and this person, when you were together, you had to walk on eggshells with this person. All right, somebody here created a battle that they lost. And now they're grieving the loss. They can't believe that this is over. They can't believe that this is how it ends. They might want to marry you now, for some of you. All right, take it how it resonates. All right, so we have rejoice and celebrate. In reverse, somebody here is not happy. Maybe you're getting married and this person's not happy about that. Some of y'all could be going to court to get married, or maybe some of y'all just got married. Some of y'all may be happily married, or whatever the case is, but somebody's not happy if you are happily married with someone. But again, they created this battle and they lost. They made you walk on eggshells. They made you, I guess, act a fool and show out and act crazy. They made you feel insecure with yourself. And now they're mad because you've walked away and you found somebody else that makes you happy. Or you will have somebody else that's going to make you happy. Somebody's going to see your beauty through the ashes. Somebody's going to recognize who you are from the beginning. They're going to know that you are beautiful from the inside and out, like inside and out. They're not going to judge your character or misjudge your character or whatever this is. They're not going to make you walk on eggshells like this other person did. So take that how it resonates. All right. I have the Galactic Federation. It wants to kind of stick out. If it comes out, I guess we'll talk about it. If we're going back to the political officers and things of that nature, there could be I just heard something about power of attorney. If this is going to be the end of the battle between us and them on a global level, I guess, The Galactic Federation is here to restore order and to take down these political officers that have put themselves in a position of power and like mistreated like everybody else in a sense. So take it how it resonates. So those political officers could be living in fear right now or afraid right now because these officers, okay, here's the thing. People want to act like these alien ships that people keep reporting about, or these beings that are out in our atmosphere or out, being seen every damn where, that they don't know what they are. These political officers know exactly who these higher powers are. They know why they're here. They know what they're coming to do. They know what they're about to receive. They are in fear of their life right now. So they could be doing things to kind of like push these agendas or distract us with other things that's going on around us, when really the real concern should be why these ships in our atmosphere, why these aliens, so-called aliens, are here. Who are they here for? So that's what we need to be like thinking about, I guess, in the bigger terms of things. Not so much what happened with this connection with this person. Yeah, that may be relevant for some of you, but outside of that, there's other things going on. And even that for some of you is a distraction. I don't focus on the news. People tell me what's going on without me asking. I really don't keep into, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just know what I know, you know what I'm saying, about what's going on. I don't watch the news. So the things that people be talking about, the president is doing and wants to do, I be looking at it like, you ain't already know that? Isn't it obvious? Like, they still don't understand it. They're making it more political than it is. It's not that, it's deeper than that. But anyway, I digress. Let me get back to this reading because no. Anywho. But yeah, don't create this battle and lose again. Like, stop fighting this battle and let it go. Like, whatever this was is over, make peace with that. We got a karmic feminine here. See, this is where the mess comes in. We got the makeup sex. Somebody has a karmic feminine who wants makeup sex with you. We got a new love offer coming in. The veil is being lifted. Okay, I get it, Spirit. You are a lover, not a fighter. And don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Again, we ain't saving nobody who don't want to be saved. We got to save ourselves. We got to stop putting other people's in front of ourselves. For example, if you have to, I don't know, walk a mile with 10 pounds of groceries, would you have room on your back for somebody else? Or if you're with somebody else and you're the only one carrying all the weight, are they any help to you? Are they serving a purpose for you? Or are they doing anything to help you? Like, it's almost like, why would you want to save somebody who wouldn't save you? Why are you protecting somebody who wouldn't protect you? Who are you protecting? Somebody is into blood sacrifice and rituals and shit. They're trying to level up and get this high. Okay, so somebody's trying to level up to a higher position. So there has to be a sacrifice made to get this position. To get this position of power, there has to be a sacrifice made. A living sacrifice has to be offered to get this position. Y'all giving me too much at one time, and I can't be jumping from dimension to dimension and portal through portal. I need to stay on one. Give me one message. Who we talking about right now? These political officers are falling from their positions. We got that. They're losing their position of power. But in order to continue their reign of power, they have to offer living sacrifices to them, whoever the fuck them is. For some of y'all, them is the reptilian nation that's around us trying to like get reptilian nation, Spirit. We're talking about reptilians here. They talking about, yeah, girl, this shit about to get deep. Here's the thing. I got to separate the energy. We'll come back to your past person and talk about them later. But I got to focus on this galactic message that I'm getting that's stronger than all that. The world as we know it has been taken away, or like abused and used for bad people. Like, bad people have control over the things of the world. They make decisions for every... Somebody is new. If y'all want me to channel this message, it's got to be focused. I can't focus. The reason why I can't understand why... The reason why this is coming out so crazy is because what's happening is almost like burning innocent children in a lake of fire, like killing innocent people. The war that's been going on here has been killing innocent people. So there's a lot of blood on these people's hands. And it's like, damn, how much more longer are we going to sit here and let these people almost like keep abusing themselves? Like, it's almost like somebody on the other side is going to God and saying, how much longer are you going to sit here and let these people keep doing this to us? Like, why we got to keep suffering like this? Why can't we just, like, get along? Like, why can't we just live in peace? So there's going to be a lot of death and destruction. Some of this cold, frigid weather that's coming into some of these major cities, it's going to take a lot of people from their families. Because some of these people out here are homeless with no shelter, no food, nowhere to go, outside in the cold. And I just told you, don't get cold like that down here. And down here, there's a lot of homeless people. And there's nobody out here trying to save them. But we got all these big ass churches, arenas and places where people can go and stay warm and get out of the cold. But if you ain't the right quota status or got the right resources or the right connections, you can't get in. What the fuck you mean I can't come in from outside the cold? If I stay out here, I'm gonna die. So yeah, these people of power, abusing their power, making decisions on other people's lives, or trying to like change people's... What the fuck? It's like God tired of this shit. He can't take it no more. So yeah, there's gonna be some repercussions for your actions against my chosen ones. These people out here suffering for what? When I gave y'all the world to share it together, but y'all want to be greedy and hold on to it for yourself and kill innocent people, or let innocent people die because they ain't got no food. This shit is sad. This is really sad. So don't grieve these people. Don't grieve for these people. Accept it for what it is. These people lost themselves, or they're lost. They're gonna fall. I'm sorry. This was emotional for me. We gotta do better as a collective, y'all. We gotta raise our vibration, because it's gonna be us that's gotta move things in the right direction. We're the ones being chosen to push forward. We can't give up and be like them. We can't do what they do. We got to be different. We're called to do something better. We can't do what they do. And y'all know, as a chosen ones, you can't do shit and get away with it. God will punish you right in the moment. You'll lose something right away by being disobedient. If you want change in the world, be the change you want to see. And it came out. Galactic Federation. All right. Take that how it resonates. Anything else? Going back to, yeah, we're fighting against Leviathan. Like, these reptilian beings, they work for Leviathan, or they have a Leviathan spirit attached to them. These reptilian beings, or aliens, that are here to collect somebody. So the political officers were going to offer up innocent people as an offering to these Leviathan energy, whatever Leviathan is for them, as an offering to keep their position of power. And that's not going to happen. Spirit is going to shut off the portals, the ports, their access. There will be no more bloodshed of innocent blood. The only bloodshed that's going to be shedding blood right now are these people that's been shedding the blood of the innocents. There will be no more innocent shed blood. Okay, no more shedding blood of the innocents. I don't know. No more of this bullshit. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just a messenger. Oh my goodness. This reading is going to be so crazy. This is their karmic cycle and not yours in reverse. You've completed your karmic cycles. You've learned your karmic lessons. This could have been a karmic lover. This person is also dealing with a karmic lover. They're still stuck in a karmic cycle. If we're going back to your ex now, who's stuck on memory lane, stuck in a karmic cycle with a karmic lover. They wanted you to fight for this connection. They wanted you to save them. They wanted you to, I heard, serve them or something, like be their slave or sex slave. Somebody here wanted somebody to be like a sex slave, like they wanted to be served. They wanted somebody to worship them. They were evil. The veil is being lifted for somebody here. But when I saw veil, I also saw evil, E-V-I-L. So veil is also evil. The evil is being lifted. The evils are being lifted. So the evil-spirited people are being taken away so that the people that are not evil can live in peace on earth. This is our planet. This is where we belong. We were born here. We didn't just come here from outer space. We were born and created to be here. God created this world for us, and they took it from us. We lost the fight. We lost the battle, but the war is not over. All right? We may have lost the battle, but the war is not over. Somebody here knows that you are their karma. It's time to destroy this place, this shit. Somebody here is being divinely guided. Somebody here doesn't need to be afraid of the darkness. You are the light. So shine your light into the world and walk in your duality. Don't be afraid of the dark. You have to balance out. So here's the thing. I know a lot of people are like, I'm a light worker, and we all have light and dark energy. Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you got to be the light in that place so that the light can be shine into the world. It's almost like you are the, I read a scripture last night. What was it? It was the sermon that Christ did on the Mount, and it was in Matthew 22. I want to say the whole chapter is significant. But he's in the sermon talking about being the light to the world and not hide your light from those of darkness. Don't be afraid of darkness. You are the light. So why are you afraid to shine your light in darkness? We as chosen ones will be in darkness a lot. There's going to always be darkness around us. We can't be afraid of those dark places. We're being called into those dark places to go and save those that are stuck in those dark places that want to be saved. So sometimes we got to go in there with our flashlight looking for survivors in those dark places and bring them into the light. That's what you're being called to do sometimes. And on this journey, you got to bring people out of darkness into the light. You can't be the darkness too. You can't be like them. So maybe you got stuck in the past, in a dark place. Maybe you were in the dark place in the past. But it says, when the Most High takes you out, you do not ever go back. Why? Because it's bad karma. Going back to the whatever this is going to bring in bad karma, more bad karma. Trying to save somebody who don't want to be saved is bad karma. All right? When the Most High takes you out of something, don't ever go back to it. It's like if you were throwing up last night's dinner. When you get hungry and ready to eat again, are you going to go eat your throw up from last night? That's nasty. Why would you want that? We also have all spell work and dark magic that was done on the chosen one is being returned back to sender. So there's that. Any dark work, dark magic, spell work done on the chosen ones has been returned back to sender. But chosen ones, this is not where we give up. This is where we keep fighting. We may have lost the battle, but the war is not over. So we don't need you out here crying over spilled milk because you had to, whatever. We need you to be prepared for what's to come. There's more. Look, there's other forces out there against us. I feel like these other situations were like training exercises, basically to build up your strength to fight the real battle, because these battles were like small level demonic spirits. These other spirits that we're about to be fighting against are darker level energies or higher level dark energies. They're not jealous energies. They're more like Leviathan style energies. You know what I'm saying? Like new levels, new devils. So these small energies that you've been defeating or fighting with, they're small in comparison to what's to come. So this was all to prepare you for what's to come. You know what I mean? Take it how it resonates. Because some of y'all are just lovers. You don't know how to fight. So if you're not a fighter and you're a lover, this was your training exercise to teach you how to fight back, or to fight for yourself, or to stand up for yourself. You know what I mean? Take it how it resonates. Anything else from my collective? All right, we have the Hermit card came out. Time to self-reflect, find yourself again. You left the world behind and you went into isolation. For some of you, it's time to come out of isolation. You've been in isolation long enough. All right. We have a channeled song by Layton Green called Myself, Divine Feminine. That's going to be for you. Take it how it resonates. Somebody could have tried to play you for a fool. Allow your body to rest and heal and affirm yourself every day. So for some of you, you just came out of the situation with this toxic person from your past. So now it's time for you to focus on healing yourself, because you got to get prepared for what's to come next, right? So it's like, yeah, you may have a couple of scars from this battle you've been through with this person, or maybe some scar tissues or something like that. But you got to lick your wounds and get back on the battlefield, because the fight is not over. You know what I mean? I don't know. Your move is coming. When you choose you, everything will follow. You don't need them. All you need is yourself and the Most High, and you win at all costs, all right? The battle is not yours. It's the Most High, says the Lord. Somebody cast a spell on you with dark magic, but again, all dark magic and spell work is being returned back to sender. So God is removing you from this situation, because somebody here is still trying to send you dark magic or do spell work on you energetically, even though you've already moved on from this. So even though you've moved away from this situation, somebody is still playing in your energy, still trying to put spells on you. So now it's like, okay, so you ain't just going to stop with the bullshit, right? Whoever is doing it, you're going to keep on doing the same shit. And I told you to stop and leave them alone. My person don't want your person no more. Your person fucked up. Our person ain't going to deal with no more bullshit. So we going to take our person away from y'all or over here, so we don't have to hurt nobody. But keep in mind, if y'all cross this line again and do anything else to hurt our person, we gonna fuck y'all shit up. This is a dialogue I'm hearing in my head. So your angels and spirit guides are warning their angels and spirit guides to leave you the fuck alone, or to control their person. So here's what I'm getting. Take it how it resonates. If this is a masculine energy and a feminine energy, feminine, you're not dealing with this person, right? You're moved on and you're not, whatever. What I'm saying is, the masculine was under spell work. Someone put a spell on them to use them to get to you. Initially, you guys were counterparts, but your person chose the dark side, you chose the light side. So now they're in a dark place and you're not anymore. And now they want to come back, but they can't. So now their spirit guides are arguing with your spirit guides about how they had an agreement that y'all was going to be together. That was the original agreement. However, your person fucked it up. Fucked it up being karmic and shit, doing karmic-y shit with karmics and whatever. Doing all type of other stuff, not following their spiritual path, right? So they fucked it up. So now it's like they're wanting the people, the energy attached to your masculine, to tell the masculine to stop fucking with your energy, because the masculine's not listening. They've been warned to leave you alone, but they're doing this by themselves. They're not getting any help from their spirit guides to do anything to you, because they're not doing anything to you anymore. It's them that's doing the magic on you now by themselves. So it's like your spirit guides can sense when somebody is attacking you spiritually, right? So when they feel somebody attacking you, they go investigate, and when they realize who it was, they went knocking on the door next door like, hey, your man over here on our grass. Why your man over here in our grass? Your man got a restraining order. Your man can't come within 50 feet of our person. Why they over here? So they going back to them trying to figure out what you doing. Why you still fucking with that person? We told you that's over. The spell work didn't work. So we can't get y'all back together. So you got to let them go. That's the conversation I'm hearing in my head. So here's the thing. When the Most High take you out of it, don't you take your ass back to it. Because they're going back and forth trying to keep you away from this person. But them not wanting to let you go or doing things to you themselves to try to get you back. Okay? Take it how it resonates. I don't know why they talking to y'all like this. We got an emperor and an empress here, a lover. The ghost that got ghosted and the one that got away. I just said that you are multidimensional. I just said I can't keep jumping timelines trying to give y'all different messages in one reading, because it's confusing for me to do that. So I try to stick to one timeline and one message for the collective so I don't confuse y'all. But I just did probably in this reading. Anyway, I didn't want it to end this way. I just told you why. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. A karmic lover, and your hard work is going to pay off. So going back to the connection with your karmic ex-lover who is spiritually being divorced from you, right? Again, they themselves still trying to do spell work on you, and it's not working. Why? Because the cord has been cut. So no matter what they do, they can't get back to you, right? But it's a problem now because it's kind of slowing up your progress, them pulling on your energy. And so your spirit guide's trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is going on? Why he's still over here doing this stuff on my person? And their spirit guide's trying to get them under control, but they can't because they don't listen. So it's a lot of shit going on here. I ain't even see the High Priestess card. We got the High Priestess. Somebody here is a seer. Somebody here is trying to be like a magician, but they're not, in reverse. But you can manifest your life desire with your energy and your actions. Man, last night we had a time Anyway, they're going to get it now or later. We have a tower moment, death to the soul, death to the ego, ego death. I posted about the ego death on the community board. If y'all didn't read it, go check it out. But yeah, this person's going through an ego death, a major ego death. This person is for fucking with your high energy high priestess. So yeah, more to come back. They're going to finish this person off if they don't stop. They got addictions for some of them. Take the lesson and the correction before it's too late, divine feminine. This person's in hell and don't even know it, and you're not. You may have been going through it with this person, but not anymore. All right, it's over. God said enough is enough. This person may even commit the S word or the M word. They're trying to play the victim, but they're not. They tried to commit M, but ended up committing S instead. Case closed. All right. The earth is at war with us. The earth is at war spiritually, cosmically, and physically. And I just tried to explain that to the best of my ability. There's a lot going on right now. The distractions are the distractions like what Trump doing in office or what's going on with TikTok. All those are distractions to distract you from what's really going on here. All right, in the physical sense. In the spiritual sense, there's a spiritual war between two different sides. In the physical sense, there's a battle between, legal matters and such things. And cosmically speaking, the earth is being turned upside down. All right. It is Judgment Day. Judgment Day is coming. All right. I hope I ain't confused nobody. I just tried to, follow my intuition and give y'all the channel energy that I was picking up on. And if it doesn't resonate, that's totally fine. The stars are aligning for you. You are a diamond in the rough. Your good spirit is going to irritate other demons as well as old demons, and your gifts will intimidate them. So you don't have to be afraid of nobody or anything, because you are protected by spirit and the Most High. So anyone that's attacking you, your spirit guide's going to know first, and they going to go find out what it is before it even touches you. All right? We got some heavy hitters involved. You got some heavy hands involved with this situation. You have a lot of spiritual protection. You ain't got nothing to fear. Like, absolutely nothing to fear. All right, so don't let fear hold you back. Let me pull some of these. Yeah, that was interesting. I done cried. That was deep. Let's wrap this up with some closing advice. I think I want to do another reading after this one. This is a general spread for regular information. So we have a new romantic cycle begins. We also have the answers you need are coming, and luck is on your side, clarifying the stars are aligning for you. So that's the closing message for this reading. Yeah, that was very interesting. Thank you for watching, you guys. Love and light to y'all. Namaste.